And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season.
Interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons. Continues.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Tyson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 77 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
2nd and 4. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down. The Falcons at 12-3 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. 23 yards to pick up there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
2nd and 3. And he rifles one incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20. that last run. It looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Ready.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles, just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Tyson over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. But for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Back to throw. Tyson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
Here we go.
As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Off play action. Tyson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Up the middle they go. It's Burns. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And this time they'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. It'll go. It's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tyson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Tyson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well. Back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They do. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Tyson. And he'll find Hall.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Burns. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burns.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, the throw here's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Tyson. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
And this pass caught by Gray.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher.
Gets through and now an opening. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Now the try here for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Kicks away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 133 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the 2nd level.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down. Tyson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Tyson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tommy Tremble, the intended target.
And that'll bring him 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Tyson.
That's complete outright to the tight end, Tremble.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hall. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Burns. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. That caught by Trimble. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tyson. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burns. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Burns. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Burns. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. Burns. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now Ritter and the Falcons
down 20-17. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
It's showtime, baby. Playmaker, step up right now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. They'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in